Hey y'all, it's Keith Trades with the MP LLC team. Right, I'm back with another full day's recap video from today, Tuesday, May 28th. I'm going to go through the full plan, all of my callouts, how they hit, and the trade setups we took based off that. Right, so coming in to my pre-market plan, my long and short plan, what was my play point? You'll see it constantly. I have one area of interest that I'm looking at for both sides. Today was that 1 hour fair value gap, 18,930. So let's go on the charts and why I looked for the shorts. Coming on the 1 hour, what do we see first? We see a bullish fair value gap get disrespected. So what was my play point now? This bearish fair value gap, right around that 18,930 point. Right, where would be my draws lower? Right, as called out, the 18,900 and the 1884, right? And those are just lows, right? 1 hour low here, 1 hour low here, right? And then my higher time frame target lower was on the 4 hour time frame, right? 4 hour fair value gap, unfilled, sell side resting right there, right? Although we were in a bullish model, because I saw that we did not respect here, we broke down. I'm looking for that rebalance to discount of the range and to fill that inefficiency here. I continued on to the actual setup. 2 minutes into the open, I said 18,930. There it is. Right, strong rejection. Watch for 18,900, and we're looking for targets lower. Right, that 1884 I called out, and then the 18,833 I called out. Let's go on the charts now and let's review it. Right, so we have the accumulation coming in the open. Exactly what I want to see. Upside manipulation, strong rejection off the 1 hour. Here's your buy side. There's your liquidity sweep, right? I look for that internal breakdown model, which we had a break of structure below this low and this low, right? I wanted a higher time frame area to get in. I didn't want this 1 minute, so I found a 3 minute fair value gap. That was my point of entry. Right, here's my 3 minute fair value gap. Stop loss was resting just above at that wick. 10-point stop, 26-point reward, and then 47-point reward. Right? A 3 minute break of structure, 3 minute fair value. This is a 3 minute setup. That was number one. Coming on down, I called the potential longs to 18,917, 18,937 opening range high. First, let's break down those targets. Right? What is 18,937? The opening range high. Right? This high here, 18,917. It was just an internal high I was looking at. All right, let's go back on the 1 minute. All right, here's 18,917. Right? Why did I call that? Because my original target was this 18,833. We've already took sell side and we see us come back down and failed to deliver. Failed to deliver, break a structure to the upside. I know I can look at longs to reprice higher. And why is that? Let's look at our points of confluence. This 5 minute fair value gap was what I'm looking at. You would either like to see us reprice here, then break down to run lower, or you see what we did here. Close above and acted as inverse. In that time frame, we also formed a bullish 5 minute fair value gap. Right, lying here. Wick to wick. Right, this setup was called out at, let's see, at 7:24 a.m. Right, when we started this place higher here at 7:24 a.m. This is what I called it. I didn't like my points of entry just yet. I stayed patient, and I got my longs back in at this 5 minute fair value gap. Right, target one, the 917 called out. Whoops, right here. And target two, opening range high 937. Bam. Right, again, let's break this trade down. Stop was resting below this low. Very tight stop. 7 points. 38. 58. Great quality trade. All right, moving on. At 10:55, I said 18,877 in low of day on watch. Right, so this is our low of day. And we still have our original target at 18,833 to fill into the 4 hour. Let's continue on over. As you see, the same power of 3 again. Right? We've been finding selling from this 1 hour fair value gap all day. What do we see? This huge accumulation. Upside manipulation here. Right? I always stay higher time for more. So let's look at the 5-minute now. We see a 5-minute breaker structure below these lows. 5-minute breaker structure below these lows. Fair value gap here. Fair value gap here. Right? Well, if you would have shorted here, you would have lost. But I do not blindly just short fair value gaps. I wait for more structure. Right? Our targets are so much lower. Right? 77 is lying here at this 1 minute low. And then we have so much room down, so there's no need to force just yet. I waited for us to do what? Trace the discount of this internal range. What do we see now? Internal sell side sweep. Right? I love when we see a fake buy model get disrespected right through. Right when we see us inverse this one, here's my point of entry. 1 minute fair value gap. Right? Targets 1. Targets 1. Targets 2. Stop was tight. 9-point stop to make 25 points. And then all the way down to 64. Potentially could get 70 at this low. That got hit in one candle. Right? And why did I call that? 10:55 a.m. What happened at 10:55? What do we see here? That 5-minute breaker structure. And we have 2 5-minute fair value gaps showing displacement. Right? All calls were hit based off the ICT and S&P concepts. Right? I know there's a lot of hate, a lot of hype towards it. It works for me and very precise. Look at our IG and produce LLC calls. They hit each and every day. But that is today's May 28th full trade breakdown with the callouts proof.